Thank you. Hello, ladies.
Hi, Auntie.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to episode 34 of Auntie Listen. And our quote is start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible. And suddenly you are doing the impossible. And that quote is by Francis of Assisi. What do you think of the quote?
It actually reminds me of something I was studying earlier in the week. Well, it keeps coming up past few weeks, but it's do what you can do and allow the Holy Spirit to do what you can't do. Allow Spirit
Oh,
what you can't do. So we got to put some work in, basically. Yeah,
yes. Yes.
same principle.
Yes, we do have to put some work in, as always. And then we will turn it. Auntie Marva, did you want to say something about the quote?
It just reminds me of all of the stuff that we always heard growing up. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of the things that, you can do anything.
Right. Don't say I can, say I can.
Yep, yep.
Kilt can't and beat
The
the hell
kid,
out of couldn't is what she said.
that's what she said. Yeah, I
And
wasn't gonna cuss,
make
but
Oh, Marva, this is what I've been wondering about because this quote from our childhood has come back to me. Um, make hay while the sun's shining is what I thought she was always saying, but now
make
that I'm an
haste.
adult, make
Yes, make
haste.
haste. I always, yes, yeah, make haste.
What did she say? Was she saying haste or hay?
No, she
Because
said
actually,
hey.
both of them works.
She said make hay, but it meant make haste.
Okay,
But
because
she
you
said
see
make
where
haste.
hay works.
Yeah.
Because wet hay, but while the
Mm-mm.
sun's shining and it's dry, it's easier to work with.
Oh boy.
That's why I was
Yeah.
stuck on it. And I've been meaning to ask her that too. What was she
Mm,
saying?
yeah.
Okay.
So, Auntie Marva, we're going to turn it over to you for our announcements.
Yes, ma'am. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I just all right. Oof. I'm sorry. What happened was just now is I just put mine on the potty, and why do they smell like adults?
Oh,
Jesus. I wasn't even gonna say that, but good lord.
They don't make little children like they used to.
Red
they don't.
day. What the world? Whew. Okay. I was trying to hold my breath.
Uh,
Leave my nephew
Okay.
alone.
Um.
right. Don't be talking
So
about my baby like that.
hey everybody. Just want to let you know as a reminder, we are now live. And this content is for entertainment purposes only. This content is for entertainment purposes only. We are entertainment purposes only. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. And where would you do that? You do that on YouTube, Instagram at Auntie Listen, X, formerly known as Twitter, on Auntie List 52888, TikTok at Auntie Listen. And you can also leave us a message at fanlist.com for Auntie Listen. You can met me, so all of these heathenistic responses that Auntie Johnny should be leaving and Auntie Destiny. Yep, y'all can leave all the comments y'all want. Or they little, ludicrous comments. And then you can get you some discounts at all of our affiliate links. What are the affiliate links? Well, we are on Amazon. We have Bath and Beyond. Yeah, that's right. Bed Bath and Beyond, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Amazon, Bed Bath& Beyond, Target, Walgreens, Walmart, and The Great Discovery. You can also sign up for a free or paid class or upload your own. And guess what? Get us what you can do. You can get you some Auntie Listen merch. Y'all got merch? Yes, we have merch. And that merch is on Shopify. So if you go to myshopify.com, go to Auntie Listen, or the link is really in the bio down below. You can click it and it'll take you right there to get all the little merch from Auntie Listen that you choose from. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Auntie Destiny, back to you.
Thank you for the announcements, Auntie Marva.
You
And
are
the link is going to
welcome.
be in the audio version of the of the podcast. Okay, so did you know it's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland?
What?
It's considered animal abuse because they're social beings and get lonely. So if you ever move to Switzerland, get a guinea pig, you got to get two
At least.
at
So they're
least.
gonna make you take an extra bill? What?
Yeah.
That's wild, but it actually makes sense because I always feel for animals like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So our topic this month comes from Auntie Marva, and our topic is um influencers versus entrepreneurs, and I included um content creators cuz I the research that I did included them as well. So I included them.
Well, that's kind of what we. That's who we talk about when we say influencers.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I thought, but the article that that I read, it had them listed separately. So I was kind of um confused by that. Why they cuz I always thought they were together, but I was like, "Well, what do I know?"
Now that I think about it, you might be correct because I'm thinking about like people who give speeches and individuals who travel and share information or like classes and things about, a specialized topic that they know about. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They could be. They definitely very well could be um, separate. So you're right.
Okay. And so the first article that I found is called Mind Your Business. It's influencers as entrepreneurs. And this article was by insightxintel.com, which I want to say is more of a blog. And so this was posted on September 9th, 2025. So it's very, very recent. And it says there's this YouTuber called KSI Rose who came to fame with music and boxing before co-founding Prime Hydration. So I didn't know what Prime hydration was. So I had to look that up. And so it's a collaboration he did with someone called Mr. Beast, which I've heard the name, but I really don't know who Mr. Beast actually is. I only heard his name because I watch those where they're like rating like other YouTubers, like when they have like products and they rate them.
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
how that's how I know the name Mr. Beast, but I don't know who Mr. Beast actually is or what he does. So I'm assuming he's a content creator as well. I could be wrong. But um
Well, he started out as a regular content creator, but he ended up transitioning over into creating like a television game, if you will, a game
okay,
show for other content creators and influencers to like they are offering them money and they offer them money. They offer them money. Um they have to make life decisions.
okay.
They have to make life decisions on on um so they'll group them up like this. Let's say there's $5 million in this thing, and they'll group them up, or $1 million, and they'll have to decide, make these decisions. And it evolves around like being a stand-up person, or being, a legitimate equal person, where they're going to divide the money up, or if you're going to be selfish and take all the money, things like that. And then he builds, like, he'll go to indigenous islands and build like homes for the people that are there. Like, people will
Mhm.
donate to him his money. Some of his money gets donated. I don't know everything about him, but I know he has a candy, almost like a Willy Wonka candy. um
Okay.
but he sells a candy, and the proceeds goes to him building homes for like homeless, and different in islands and in smaller countries and those things like that. But he's young. He's a young white guy. Pretty cool guy. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Is that KSI or Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
Hmm.
yeah, so in the article it talks about how athletes, boxers, musicians, and others in the public eye have developed brands or products outside their main arena. And it also addresses the downfall and the mistakes that were made with conflict of interest, financial mismanagement, undeclared commercial ties, and business collapse. It was a really good article. I really learned a lot from it. And at the end of the article, it talks about why brands should care due to reputational damage, undermine campaigns, regulatory exposure, and undermine credibility, and how they should protect the partnership with these brands. And so that was the influencers as entrepreneurs. And then it had another section that was influencers versus, oh, this is a different article. This one is influencers versus content creators, who's winning in 2025. And this was posted on originoutside.com, and it was posted January 25th, 2025. And it says that influencers, they rack up followers like it's a high score in a game, and they're constantly having to craft their stories and tweaking their feeds and chatting up with their audience, and excuse me, and how they, and some of them actually make cash from it, whereas entrepreneurs are more like pioneers, and they come up with new ideas and ways to promote them, and come up with concepts and their products and services. And then yeah, it was a really good article. um that was pretty much all that I found on that. But Auntie Marva, since this was your topic, um I wanted to hear your thoughts on what I found, and exactly what you were thinking when you came up with the topic.
Yeah. At the time when I came up with the topic, I was actually at an event. And the event was talking about what influencers could do to what influencers can do to be able to expand their platforms and grow beyond their current reach as an influencer. They had the I had the opportunity to meet with a bunch of individuals who are are very successful as influencers, as well as some who are kind of
Oh, you're breaking up. Can you can, can you hear me?
yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So the
It
last
was.
thing that you said
Uh,
was some of them were making pretty good money.
yes, some of them were pretty successful. Some of them were, decent and growing, and then the others were new and learning the business and trying to see how they could, launch their platforms. um, One of the conversations that they had, which is why I was thinking about this, was the struggle with balancing regular day to day life and the responsibilities of it
Mhm.
versus focusing on your platform, because obviously it's just like an independent business.
Right.
Those businesses aren't really making money until they are. So they was
Right.
talking about different options that they could do, like
Oh, you
uh,
broke up again.
a
They're talking
regular
about
job,
okay.
working a regular job, um, going back to school, stating different things that they could do in their community. But the biggest conversation was, how do we maintain? How do we survive? Like that was the biggest thing. That article was actually pretty interesting. I um, I heard a lot of that same similar information at that event that I was at. And and the reason why I was there was because, as you guys know, in my position, I network with individuals to find job opportunities for our graduates. So, because I oversee the media communications degree, it only makes sense for me to go and connect with influencers and individuals of that nature, because they need help. They're building their teams, especially the ones that are already successful and already doing, the work and have income coming in, and they're expanding. They need help. So I go networking with them saying, hey, you need an editor, you need a content writer, do you need a photographer, you need you need to, your website redone. So I go and talk with them in efforts to find whatever it is that I can find opportunities. As a matter of fact, what's that?
I think we
No, I stepped back out, but no, it's an opportunity for me to network, but then it's also an opportunity for me to kind of pick their brain and learn and see, because at one point I was headed in that direction because of my title. I told my story on TikTok, not knowing, you never know what's gonna go viral, right? So I told my
right.
story on my TikTok. Mind you, my TikTok only had 50 followers, but but it went viral, and in a matter of like 5 days, I went from 50 followers to 20,000 followers with
Okay.
over 1.5 million impressions.
Oh, okay.
So I was kind of stuck, like, oh, wait a minute, what do I do with this? I don't know what to do now. And so it just made me think about, it forced me to immediately think about, what am I going to do with this platform? What am I going to do with my presence? What do I want the people to know about me? Because I didn't think I would be obligated to have to do any of this. So it was very different. It was a lot of quick changes, and I slowly started developing into what I want to share and what I want the audience to know, and then some of the good and the bad and the ugly, um,
Right.
from all of it. Like, it was very, very interesting, but I had an advantage. I had a job. I was always working, so yeah.
Right. Yeah. So one of the things that the article talked about, which I didn't know, um, I was trying to, um, oh, I'm gonna pull it up because there was this thing that it talked about with regarding oh, I know I've heard his name. He's a boxer. And he's the boxer that hang on, let me pull up the article cuz it was that boxer. I think he's the one who bit somebody's ear off or something.
Mike Tyson?
Yes, it talked about him. So I was let me see
Auntie,
if
auntie, auntie.
yeah.
You ain't
No,
even know Mike
because
Tyson.
no, because what it was saying was because it was saying how he had to file bankruptcy because of the poor financial management that he had. And what I was going to say is when you have a team, if you aren't financial savvy and you have a team, it's really important to know who who is on your team and what their true intentions are.
Yeah, that
That's
definitely matters.
that's what I was going to say because I was surprised that it said that he had to file for bankruptcy um even though he earned around 400 million. So I was going to say just because you are a big name celebrity or a big name influencer, if you don't have good financial um savviness or have people around you that you can trust, it can put you in a very financial tailspin.
I remember looking at the documentary about his life too. He was his mom his mom um I want to say went to prison or something like that. He wasn't involved. His parents weren't involved with his life, and he ended up with this person that saw his potential,
Okay.
and they were like kind of telling him like you could be great, you could do some great things. um why don't you consider that? But he couldn't see himself past his current place. He couldn't
Right,
see himself past his current status at that time, and he was very young, like 15 or 16,
right,
something like that. But he was like much bigger than everybody else at such a young age. And he packed a lot of power, but he was just only looking at like, I'm always in and out of jail, in and out of court, always in trouble. Don't nobody really love me. But he decided to listen to that person, and that person, poured into him and helped him. So that kind of, for a long time, I remember him saying he never thought
you broke up. He never thought what?
he never thought he would be anybody. He never thought that he
Oh,
would be anybody because of his background and um, you know just
y-
he just couldn't see himself outside of his current situation.
right, right, yeah, yeah, but it didn't just talk about him, it also talked about the rapper and entrepreneur 50 Cent, who also had to file for bankruptcy in 2015 um, for about 5 million in damages, because of um, because again he was around people that did not have his best interest at heart, and so and he didn't make good business um financial
Decisions.
decisions. Yes, thank you. So, and it's not just, and and it also talked about oh, what's the soccer player? Um Beckham. Yeah. So they just Beckham. The famous footballer. Well, in the UK is football, but here it's soccer.
The actor.
Beckham. He's married to Posh Spice from the Spice Girls.
I don't
They
know these
David
people.
David Beckham.
He's the one with the weed situation, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
He
know,
had
but
some
he's
kind of situation.
Auntie Janisha, just so you know, you're very, very, very low.
yeah, before we started recording I could hear you clear, but now you're like low. But he has he has this um whiskey club in Miami. And so again, didn't make good um didn't have the best people around him, and then you know things went astray. So you got to make sure that you have people, good people around you. But it
Mike
looks like
Tyson also also talked about how because he never had anything, when he did get money, it was a lot of temptation to just buy a bunch of frivolous stuff. And he said it
r-
took him a minute to like shake that.
right, right, yeah. But oh wait, no, no, David. Oh, sorry, David Beckham. They used him as one of the recognizable people that went from like a sports into like a brand. That was what his was.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I see what you're saying. A lot of the individuals, because even if they don't happen to complete their contract or they happen to get hurt, there's still an opportunity for them to grow outside of that. I had the opportunity of working with an athlete that did just that. Am I allowed to say his name or no?
Yeah.
I was Victor Oladipo's executive assistant, and he played for the Indiana Pacers. He was drafted by the Orlando Magic. He played for the Indiana Pacers at the time, but he was out on injury, and so he was in Miami. Um, Healing because he was working with the doctors from the University of Miami, and at that time, he was pretty much transitioning from the Indiana Pacers to Miami Heat. And I
Okay.
just look at he had a great team. His twin sister is just awesome. She's the sweetest and she's just awesome. And his mom, and they made sure that at best, that he made good business decisions. Unfortunately, he did have a not so good manager
Mhm.
who stole a lot of money from him, a lot of money. But in the midst of all of that, he still managed to do some really good things. He has an athletic training club, um, to help other young basketball players with promising careers train early on so that they could increase their chances of being successful in basketball.
Mhm.
Real estate, just all sorts of really smart decisions. And I can honestly say that his mom and his sister and his dad, he has a strong support system as far as his family is concerned. But that particular manager just, you know, is
Right.
always gonna try to be one in the bunch.
Yes. Yeah, they're always going to be one in the bunch. So the other thing that the article talked about was um being paid with stock instead of getting like actual cash. So what do you think about that?
So I do know of what is his name? What is Sierra's husband? Sierra, the singer Sierra. What's her boy? What's her husband's name? Russell Wilson. Well, I guess it wasn't payment, but um he gifted everyone they won the Super Bowl. He gifted all of the people on his team, all of the players, um, stock and Bitcoin. Um, yeah, he gifted them stock and Bitcoin, and it ended up being like a really good gesture because each one of them were able to either uh I don't know. I don't want to say they cashed out, but it was a really good investment for
Right.
them. But some individuals who do that, sometimes they have the best intention of their thing getting off of the ground, and I can't even remember what he gave them stock of Bitcoin or Bitcoin into, but I know it was a good thing. But some of the
Right.
companies, some of the brands, they they have some of the best intentions wanting their platform to get off the ground, but sometimes, and it's been more often than less,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes those platforms don't really materialize. And so now those people they were working for free.
Right.
They're working for free, and that's very unfortunate. So that is a very, very big risk that individuals are taking.
Mhm.
Mm, uh, Give me my money. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Give me my money.
you have to be, I mean, rather if you're working, if you have an endorsement with a company, you have to disclose, you know, if you if they're paying you in cash or if they're paying you in stocks,
Now,
because
yeah, they do.
because your audience, if you don't disclose that, they can see that as you're not being trustworthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's against the law for them not to say it. It's against the law for them not to highlight it.
Yeah. So I feel like Auntie Marvin, you and I have just been holding down the conversation. Auntie Janisha,
I've
what
been
are
in
your
and out because our grandmother has been calling me the whole time.
Tell her to
oh
hush back there.
She's locked in the house, and my passcode is not working. My remote passcode, and mama is not. She's not answering her phone. So
is isn't she at work?
her house is a prison right now.
Oh
Oh,
Lord, Red.
yeah.
Oh.
She can make it
Oh.
to a door and unlock it. She just doesn't want to do it.
Oh.
What? So it's not a prison.
It's
It's a.
not. She's
It's a.
trying to. One of our
It's a
nephews is
self-made
trying to get
prison.
in, and she's wanting somebody to unlock it remotely, and yeah, it's not working. So she keeps calling me.
Oh,
So
cuz
I
she
have
doesn't.
missed most of what was said because I never thought about a difference between. I'm not on social media that much anymore, and it's been going on maybe 4 years now. I've not consistently been on, so I don't think about the fact that influencers and content creators and those are not the same. In my mind, they're all the same. But what I'm hearing from you ladies is that they are not, and they actually have different roles. There are different things that they do, right? Is that what I heard? Because I was kind of
Yes.
on and off.
Yes. Kind of.
Yes.
Sorta.
Hmm.
Yeah, kind of
Yes.
sorta.
Kind of. Sorta. Yes. And so content creators can become an influencer depending on their status. If their
Hmm.
platform grows and their audience grows, then obviously they're an influencer because now they have followers. That's how you want to think of it.
Okay, okay.
Without followers, who you influencing? Who you influencing?
Right.
Nobody.
So the goal is to
Nobody.
be an influencer. That's the goal.
Yes, a profitable one because there's a lot of influencers who don't know how to turn their influence into profit.
Ah,
Yeah. Like
okay.
Auntie, listen, cuz
So
I
there's
cuz
levels.
cuz I only go on our social media once a month and it's just to post the video, the clips of the videos. Other than that, and it took me a long time to figure out how to do that. So
Yeah, so we're leaving a lot of money on the table.
yeah, because I don't have my own personal social media, and two, I can't say that I don't have the time because that would be untrue. It's more honest for me to say I don't have an interest into into spending hours doing it.
And that's where I've been. So now, not even th- thinking that all of the content creators were already influencers, because if you have two or you have 200,000, I just thought that it was the same again. But my mind has been stuck in the content creation part. That's what I've not wanted to get into because of what you just said, Auntie. I don't feel like trying to outdo myself. And I know a lot of people are in competition, but when I think about it, it's I will ultimately be in competition with myself for me to
Mhm.
be for me to meet me and stay where I am and climb high. I just gotta keep doing this and keep doing this and keep doing this. That's taxing to my mind before I even get
Well,
started. So I haven't gotten started.
Mhm.
well.
Okay,
To
Auntie
help
Mama.
you, both of you ladies,
Okay.
Hmm.
to help both of you ladies, it content creating is more technical now than it is a rat race, right? Because they've changed up these social media sites to be able to understand them from a numbers perspective, algorithms, right?
Right.
So what they are doing is, for example, if we look into our platforms and we look at all the markets that are listening to our platform, whichever one has the highest concentration, then obviously if there's a large group listening there's more of like-minded, like kind of people in that area to be able to uh, tag them along, right? So we'll go open up the algorithm, look at that area, and let's just say, for instance, Houston. I don't know if it's Houston or not, but let's just say it's Houston. We
Hmm.
have 20% of our listeners in Houston. So we're going to open that up, and then we're going to say, okay, well, we're going to make we're going to make some promo and target that area so you can promote your content in that surrounding area to pick up more people, more listeners in that targeted area. And then as it that happens, and it will, just because you tend to find your people when you do things like this, and as it does, you just continue to um expand outside of that area, right? So now
Right.
we've got in Houston, we've got in the surrounding areas of Houston. Okay, now we can kind of trickle over into Dallas and Dallas, Austin. And now let's kind of trickle down into Corpus Christi. And now let's kind of trickle down into, you know what I'm saying? So it'll just kind of keep domino affecting until you've kind of covered that whole area. And then you give it a break. You go to another peak. You go back to your algorithm and find another peak. Okay, so we're looking at this area now. Let's try to promote around this area and then grow that area. And then it's just kind of like, so it's not like necessarily making more content to outdo the last, but mostly kind of, yeah, because you don't want to bore them with the same content. But um you're looking to find new audiences, and then once you found a large amount of audience, then and only then are you trying to create new content, because by that time your brain has had a chance to take a break and be refreshed, and now you can click back over into creative mode and create some new content. But mind you, whenever we're doing content for content creators, they will create all of their stuff at one time. So you see how we'll create one podcast a month.
Right.
When how they keep it going, they will film all of their content, and they plan it out like a real production, and they'll create all of their content in a matter of either 2 to 3 days or a week or 2 weeks or however long they're looking to provide that content for however often they want to share it. They'll promote it, create it all in that one time, edit it all up, and then have it ready to go so that it's a continuous share, and it's scheduled. It's scheduled. They put it up, they upload it, and then they schedule it to release at a certain time so that you don't miss a day, right? And that's kind of how we do television too. And working in television and film, they've switched the content creation thing into that to mirror how we do television production, because when they shoot a whole season, they film all of the seasons at one time over a couple, like over a month or two period, edit it
Right.
all up, and then have them ready to go so that we don't miss an episode. But we don't film that much, right? We don't go
Right.
that. So all we do is once a month. So it's
Yeah.
nowadays it's more about planning and execution, and the technical side of things versus 100% creativity to grab your audience.
Okay.
It's a science to it now.
I saw
Right.
something too that made sense to me, um, and it soothed my soul as well. The young lady, she does fashion, and she said, some of y'all that have been with me for a while, you'll notice that some of the images you're seeing are the same. She said, but I'm not about to. She said, but I'm not about to tire myself out. Keep on giving y'all brand new stuff and brand new stuff. When some of you, quite frankly, haven't even taken me up on the things that I've taught you already. Like she
Yep.
said it in that, that's just and I've so felt that. Like why tire yourself out? That's my thing. I I appreciated that. And I thought about children, because we're just big kids. They do it's repetition,
Yep.
repetition.
Yep.
And a lot of this stuff that we're seeing, we'll give it a like, especially like the let's say the health stuff, making these recipes, these quick, what looks like to be quick recipes and menu plans and all these things. Looking at us when we walk around, um, most of us aren't healthy looking, right? So
Ah,
all these likes that these folks got, we can't be doing it as a society. We just like what they're saying, right?
yep.
So I get it, not just because I don't feel like doing it, but yeah, why would why would anybody keep trying to put out new stuff and new stuff when all they're gonna get is a like? I,
So I have a colleague who in her mind, her
mm-hmm,
content was for doers. And she kept saying, and my content is going to be for the ones that really going to take the content and put it to use. She kept saying
mm-hmm,
that. And after a couple of weeks, I had to stop her. And I said, I really enjoy your enthusiasm about teaching what you have and people grasping what you have to share. But do know some of the people that are going to pay for this course are going to take this course. They're going to be great at this course. They're going to pass the course and excel, and they are never going to use this information. And she sat there staring at me, and I said, she's an influencer, right?
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And she sat there staring at me. She was like, "Oh well, I don't want those people." And I said, "Well, then you don't want to make money, because
Oh, she was.
unfortunately, you can't gauge who uses your material and who doesn't."
Right.
Oh, see, I'm
Right.
thinking that she's saying that to motivate, like um, reverse engine. I can't think of the word. Um,
Reverse psychology.
uh, that. Yes, I thought that that's where she was, but she was serious. Like
Yes,
Auntie,
yes.
ah,
She wanted them to like, and she wrestled with that for months, because she is like, it never dawned on her. I said, you, and I told her, I said, you have to think about education. Everybody that goes to college, do they use their degree? She was like, oh my God. Oh my God, Marva. I said, well, I'm just, because I keep hearing you saying this thing, but you're not really processing what you're saying.
Right.
I commend you on that. But baby girl, most of this is going to be, laid to the wayside because they're just not going to use it. Some people are watchers, some people are doers. And when you look at all the people who are, in fact, doers, it's a very small percentage.
Yeah, it's very
Did she
small.
tell you why she was like that? Did she
She,
feel that
because
her stuff,
her
ego wise, was
birthday,
going to waste?
her birthday is 2 days after yours or before yours. And
Wait, wait.
Wait, wait. So,
Remind
so
my
you said,
question.
wait. So, wait.
It's got
That
me
was a
though.
very sneaky way
it's
to
a
I'm
say she's
telling
a
backhanded
you. All
compliment.
right, I
Capricorn.
feel it. You ain't even got to finish answering, cause yeah,
Don't,
cause shoot, if you're not gonna
wow.
use it, leave it.
Yeah, exactly. All you have to
That's
do.
kind of why I was asking the question, because I felt it like see, it's an ego thing. Like you ain't gonna use it.
Yeah.
Let me put
How,
my stuff right there on the shelf. My stuff is for you. I already
yeah, you
created it.
didn't even have to go. All you
Listen,
have to do was she was a Capricorn. You didn't have to
listen.
go through all that. Her birthday is 2 days
And
before
and
yours.
listen now. The only reason why
Don't
Auntie feel it like that is because Auntie and me had the same birthday. Auntie,
I
you right?
know.
stop trying to act like you defending me when you defending you.
That's why I
I'm
said what I
defending
said.
both of us.
That's why I said what I said. And I meant what I
Look,
said.
Yep, you right.
look. I'm defending all Capricorns at this
That's right.
moment. I
Come
feel.
come.
I mean, you may not mean it this way, but I'm feeling the shade over here.
It is what it is. If the shoe
I
fits,
feel,
put the boot on.
well, I'll put the boot on because look,
But
but
yes, she is definitely a Capricorn, and she loves to share, and she loves to upscale people's platforms and businesses and all of that. That's what she does. And she just had her mindset on just creating all these millionaires. And I told her she's going to be a millionaire, and she'll probably create, you know, maybe a bunch of thousandaires, a few millionaires, and maybe 2 or 3 billionaires.
right,
Everybody else is gonna take that class, and the moment they finish it, that's gonna be that.
right. Well, and it's like, but I mean, I get that and I understand that because it's like with me and the podcast. Yeah, I would love for our audience to grow. I really do. But at the same time, you know, my thing is if we could help just one person, if just one person benefits from something that we have said on the podcast and it has helped them in some sort of way, that's a win for me.
Yeah, no, my dog is an overachiever, and she wasn't trying to hear that. And I worked under her for years, and so I know her. She wants you to move. She wants you to take this information, and she wants you to activate yesterday, and she wants you to use this because she wants everybody to go with her. And it took her a while to process that everybody can't go where you going.
Yeah, I figured that part out a long time ago. For me, mainly for me, I am not a hand holder. I'm going to give you the information and what you do with it, that's up to you. I always tell people this is just my 2 cents. What you do with it, you can take it or leave it. It's not going to be it's not going to hurt my feelings either way. Here's the information X, Y, and Z. Take it, leave it, pass it on, whatever. You know, I'm not gonna hold your hand. I'm not a hand holder. I don't I don't I can't have people in my space like that to where I gotta be hand holding your hand through every time every single thing. no, that will frustrate me to all ends of the earth, and then I'm just gonna be through with you. So no, no, I need you to be independent and with the information that I give you. Cause even I've always felt like that though. Even when I was a nanny, the parents would be like, "Oh, you gotta help them brush their teeth." Yeah, I'm not sticking my no. Mm-mm. Here's your toothbrush. This is how you put the toothpaste on. This is what you do, and this is how you brush your teeth. You're 6. You should be able to brush your own teeth. You don't need me to hold your hand and brush your teeth. you know, it's like, no, you're old enough. You could do it. So I'm just gonna teach you to do the thing, and then after that, you're on your own. You know, but I could also feel that way because because I'm also on the spectrum. So that could be um part of the reason why I do it that way. Because John, although we have the same birthday, we operate differently on some things. So, so I had a question, and my question was, which content creator or influencer do you follow and why?
I'm
So,
ignorant. Y'all can't ask me that question. So who I am and what I do for work very much differs from the type of content that I take in. What's that meme that's floating around? Like, no, you can't have my social media because I'm almost a drug dealer outside of work. Like, I can't. You can't ask me that. You can't ask me that. That's a Janice. That's an Auntie Janice question because
well,
yeah, I like
well,
Trick Daddy and I like.
no, because the reason why I was asking that question is because like I watch on my YouTube, I'm either watching other simmers play because I'm a simmer and I play the Sims 4, and I watch other simmers because I like to see how different people play the game. So I watch them, or I watch food videos like Guga. I watch Guga, and Alton Brown now has a YouTube channel that I started following. And then I follow a couple of van lifers. So I'm like, but are they really considered influencers or content creators? That's why I was asking. She must be yelling at somebody because she muted herself. Auntie Marva.
Yes, ma'am. I know you was addressing her. Um,
No,
so
I
I
was
took
addressing you.
oh I took the liberty of talking to somebody else because I thought you was talking to Auntie Tanisha. Um, in a nutshell, run that past one more again, real quick. Just 'cause
Oh my
I got
gosh.
somebody in the car with me. Auntie, don't come on now. You know how I be doing.
I know. I need you to focus.
I'm
When we're
focusing.
on the air, I need you to focus. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So, my thing is because, I follow other simmers because I play The Sims 4, so I follow other simmers,
ma'am.
or I follow food people like Guga and now Alton Brown and
Foolishness.
van lifers. So are they considered content creators?
Absolutely. Anything
Okay.
that you can follow that person and view what they give to the world, they're sharing content.
Okay.
And but so that too. Let me be clear. Content creators. That there's a twofold definition for that. There are also individuals, and those individuals would be some of the graduates that come out of my school. They create content for other individuals. So let's say you're a person of influence, and you have all these great ideas, but you're not good with media. You're not good with creating it. So the content creator per se would come along and make your content for you. They will come up with the ideas. They will shoot it. They will edit it. They will help you come up with captions. They will handle all the postings. But they're content creators as well. That makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So those are content creators too. But for what we're talking about, I meant to say that. I wanted to say that earlier, and I didn't. But for the purpose of this podcast, today's episode, our content creators are the actual people that we're just looking at. They're considered content creators.
Okay.
But yeah, so anybody that you're looking at, anybody that you're viewing, whatever it is that you like, if you're constantly going on in social media and you're seeking them out to look at their content, yes, they influence you. Not necessarily influencing you to do anything, but they're influencing you to smile, to laugh, to put a thumbs up, to leave a comment. So they are
Okay.
considered influencers. A
Okay.
lot of the
So,
influencers don't know how to monetize it, though. They don't know how. They're
uh,
just popular people on the internet that's broke.
oh, okay. So then we're content creators
Yes, we're
because
definitely
we
content
have
creators. We're
people
creating content.
to like and subscribe and okay.
Yes, we are
Okay.
absolutely, absolutely. We are. You are a content. Auntie Listen podcast is a content creator podcast. That was horrible.
Okay. Okay. Auntie Janisha, are you back? I don't think she's back.
No, she not bad. She probably getting cussed out by mama. Um,
Okay.
But yeah, yes, you are a content creator. I'm glad you're now thinking of it like that. So maybe you could take some time and then educate yourself on what that responsibility look like.
You know what? I have school. I probably will. I probably will when the quarter is over and I have more time. I will dive into it a little bit more.
I have to
Auntie
commend you. I have to commend you. You definitely have grown because I know you weren't computer savvy walking into this at all. Technology was not your friend, but you have grown so much, and so I have to give you your kudos, your pat on the back of how you've educated yourself. We could have done more, but all of us got jobs and we all spread out all over the country. I commend you for all you've done.
well, let's make a correction. It wasn't that it's not that I wasn't computer savvy because I was. It was I wasn't savvy when it came to this arena. I had
I
to
stand
figure out.
corrected. You're absolutely correct. I meant social media and content creation. Absolutely correct.
Yes, yes, yeah. Because I'm on computers all day long, probably more than I should be.
Auntie, don't be clocking me, okay?
No, because you know what? I was telling my cares the other day because in my IT class, right, and my teacher was showing us how to get on the dark web, and I was like, "But I don't want to learn how to get on the dark web." And he was like, "But if you're gonna be in IT, if you're gonna work in the world of technology, you have to know about the dark web and navigate around the dark web." And then he was saying how we have to embrace AI because it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And he's not happy about it either, but this is the field that we chose. And so we have to learn these things that we don't want to in order to be in order to stay relevant in the field that we have chosen. And so when he was saying that, it made me think about the podcast, and I was like, "Oh, is this your sneaky way saying that I got to learn social media?" Because really, I really don't want to. I really don't want to learn the social media. It's so time consuming, and I'm just like, I just want to
You
stay in
will,
my little
you will if you want this
once a
platform
month.
to grow.
I'm like, I just want to stay in my little bubble. But oh my gosh, it's so much to navigate through, you know? And I don't follow a lot of people, on social media. I only follow like mainly like chefs. I mainly follow chefs. So, I don't think our podcast is going to grow if I'm only following chefs. But Auntie Marva, you are in the entertainment business. You should be the one to help me navigate through the social media stuff.
Sound like you're giving me another job.
Well, I'm not giving it to you. I'm just asking for assistance. I'm not saying I want
I'm just
you
playing.
to
I'm
do it
just
all.
I'm just playing. You know I would. Of course, I would love to help you. I got my mic off because it is pouring down, raining, and I know how you are about the background sound. But of
Oh,
course, I would absolutely, absolutely, absolutely help you grow and expand in the land of social media because it's not as bad as you think. You just gotta like same way we told you just start it, just jump in. It's the same way. It's
yeah,
growing pains of it all.
yeah, and I do. I mean, I just get on long enough to upload the clips, which took me forever how to figure out how to do. And and now I just do that, but because I only do it once a month, every time I go on, I have to remember what I did the last time in order to get the post.
So why don't you write out a protocol for you to follow and like keep it up on your desk?
Because currently I don't have a desk.
What?
Yeah, I don't currently have a desk. Remember, I'm bedridden. I don't have an office. I have a little table.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I
I
have a
was
little
saying what?
table.
Cause wouldn't that be on your table? That's what I was
No,
thinking.
it can't stay.
Be more close.
No, it cannot stay on my table because I use this table for school. I use this table for um to eat off of. I do a lot of things on this table. So no, it cannot. And the table is not on me all the time. When I'm done with the stuff, the table goes on the couch next to
Maybe I'm
me.
misunderstanding what write up a protocol. Isn't that what you said, Auntie Marva?
Yeah, she said to
Because
write
wouldn't
up a
that just be a calendar then? That would just be at your fingertips. It doesn't have to be on your table, but slap it
no.
on there when you need to look
I
at it. Like your
I
phone. Your phone isn't always. I don't know. Am I thinking wrong
no,
with
my
what you were
phone is
asking her
always
to do?
my phone. No, no, I can put it in my notes. I can put it in the notes that I write up the show notes in. I
That's
can
what I was thinking.
Yeah, I can keep it on
Something.
that. Yeah, I can keep
Because
it
we
on
don't
that.
need a desk to
Yeah.
accomplish the thing, is what I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I have, okay, ladies, so it just so happens, we've talked about dreams before, especially Marva, you and Auntie Marva, you and I. Um, it's a gift of mine. And it only occurred to me this morning that all the dreams that I've interpreted that people bring me, they are things that are generally warnings or encouraging to move in a certain way. Would you agree,
Mhm.
Auntie Marva?
Yeah, whether good
Yeah.
or bad. Yep.
Okay, I've never had any other type of dream. It was always to show me a way that I was moving, some kind of revelation or something to watch out for, right? This early this morning, I woke up from a dream that was so different, and it gave me so much energy. It was related to a, social media, right? It was an
Mhm.
idea. I'm not gonna share it now, and normally I just always blab, but I'm keeping this to myself just because it's so different. Um, it was an idea. I've never received an idea via a dream. I usually get my ideas while I'm awake, and that's why I'm feeling like this is the one, right?
Mhm.
And it was so detailed because I will go and research these new ideas I get and do all the things and then put down my little skeleton list and this and that and flesh it out. This one was totally fleshed out in the dream, and I woke up and I started writing. I started writing.
Okay.
Completely done. Nothing else has come to me all day. It's like it's complete. I just gotta get the stories and fill in the blanks because I got all this, the headings, all this stuff. I'm only bringing that up because we're talking about social media. And it's the first time I've ever been really energized about being which one of these people? The content creator.
Okay.
Not even looking to be an influencer. And I don't want to fall into that because that was my other thing. Are we about to close? Because I've been on and off dealing with Mama trapped in her fortress of a house.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, we still have
So,
time.
my other issue that I've had with being a content creator and or influencer is the time. I sometimes fall into this um uh not perfectionist, but the what is that thing? It's funny how my words are not with me today. Um and that analysis paralysis, I
Mhm.
fall into that, which is kind of borderline the perfectionism thing. I keep messing with the thing and messing with the thing, and then it never gets out because I actually have content from all of my different ideas that I've had. When I was driving trucks, I have a whole thing in my phone. I have lists of all this stuff, but I don't put the stuff out. I never feel
Right.
like I'm ready. Time. I don't want to get caught up in spending so much time either online messing around or even planning to be online messing around. What do you say to that, Auntie Marva?
So I've always heard that when you have a dream like that and it's completely telling your entire project, those are the money makers. I've always heard anytime you've had a dream and you can see it from front to finish, what the idea is, what the project is, and that's your bag, and you don't want to sleep on that.
And you don't want to
That
what?
energy will it's that energy is being you don't want to sleep on it. You want to go ahead and move right then and there because he's giving you the entire recipe.
Hmm.
Hold on, y'all.
Mm.
It's lightning and raining over here. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because you kind of broke up a little bit.
Yeah. So, um, Auntie John, I know that
Yes.
you were in and out, but I was asking, um, who, what content creator or influence do you follow, and why?
Um, I follow a lot of young kids, well, people in general, dancing. I love to see dance as
Mm-hmm.
an art form. Um, I don't dance as fluidly as most as dancers. I'll say that. But I love to watch dance.
Yeah.
So it's that as far as art, cooking. I love especially the quick recipes.
Yes.
I do that, and then also inspirational things. Um, I do a lot of sermons and
Okay.
just self help type stuff. Those are mostly what I follow. Oh, and the
Okay.
fashion, because I don't think I'm a fashionista. I put things together and I've been sliding past, but it's some ways I can tighten up. And I love to follow the fashion people that just like pull old things from people's closets or from the thrift store and throw them together. And you'd be like, wait a minute, I ain't thought of that. Like, I see it.
Mm,
That.
okay.
Well, those are some
Yeah.
great gifts.
Yeah. See, like I was saying, I don't know if you heard what I said because I know you were dealing with mama. But I because I'm a simmer, I follow simmer. I follow other simmers because I like to see how they play the game. And then I follow food as well. Mainly Guga, and now Alton Brown has a YouTube channel he just started. Do you know who Alton Brown is, right?
No,
Did you ever watch on Food Network? Did you ever watch um
no,
Good Eats?
no. I've not watched the
No.
Food Network that much.
Oh, did you? Oh, wait. You used to watch Iron Chef America, though, right?
Mm-mm. I would catch it like if I'm at somebody's house or it was just happened to be playing, but that's not something that I ever stopped my own TV
Oh,
on
okay.
purpose.
Oh, okay. Well he now has a YouTube channel. I like watching him because he not only talks about food, but he also talks about the science and the history behind it.
Hmm.
And that's what I like. And then there's a couple of van lifers that I follow.
Yeah, I used to do that. My farming and the homesteading that used to be mine, but it really has shifted to those four that I said, and I forgot about health too.
Y-
Health hacks. I
y-
do those things a lot.
Yeah,
Follow
yeah.
those
And
ones.
every once in a while I watch this. It's called cinema therapy, where John is the filmmaker. One is a filmmaker and one is a therapist, and then they sit and they will pick a movie, and then they will talk about that movie from a therapist point of view.
Oh, that
It's
sounds interesting. What is
it
that
is
one
it
again?
it's called cinema therapy.
I like. Oh, ladies. Okay. Um. So this might need to be a whole nother topic. I think it should be a whole nother topic,
Okay.
but I'm going to introduce it here. This is
Okay.
the climate we are in where people are taking other people's content and doing the split screens, and some are sharing and being informational and inspirational and encouraging, but others are really ripping people's things apart.
Yes.
And the reason why I just thought about that when you were talking about the therapy, there is this sister that recently posted that she gave up her license as a therapist. Um, and it's because she has come to understand that we are, no, well, that some mental health issues is demon possession, demonic possession, and that therapy really would be, if it is that, which this makes sense, if it is right, that
Hmm.
therapy would only be feeding drugs to the person maintaining it, which is what we do agree, we have agreed that our medical situation here in the West does, right? It
Right.
doesn't fix the situation. We we're medicated and maintained
Right.
in our position, in our mental state, in our physical health state, right?
Right.
So I understood what she was saying because I do believe in demonic possession. And I've met a lot of people who would agree, yet people were ripping her apart for suggesting it.
Oh.
Um, yeah. And so she, people were even saying you should never have been a therapist, but I think it's good that she was a therapist going that direction now because she's learned it about it.
Right.
And she's spiritually learned, I would imagine, from reading and gaining that understanding. I don't know, it's
Mm.
just me. But I don't know, I want to table that for another time.
Well,
But I
that's
just want to
that
bring that
that
up.
is surprising that they're tearing her apart, but they're not tearing um Dr. Phil apart, who is not a licensed therapist and hasn't been in I don't know how long, but he never was in the state of California, only in I want to say Texas for like a short period of time, but because no okay. Anyway, I said
We
I was gonna
collectively
be
agreed to call him Dr. Phil because Oprah brought him. He was
l-
co-signed on. And we
like
collectively agreed, just like we collectively, it's a little different, agreed that Dr. Dre, who makes music, is Dr. Dre, right?
okay, okay, but there's a
And I know that's a little
difference,
different,
but
but
okay,
still,
but there's a difference between making music and calling yourself that as the stage name,
I get it.
but giving therapeutic advice that
hmm We just took Oprah's word for it. She kept
um,
bringing a man on, and
I didn't
we
take her
became.
word for it.
I'm
I
saying
was
we kept. Well, you did just even introduce him as Dr. Phil
well,
instead of saying the guy that,
well,
like the
the
artist
guy,
formerly known as Prince. You know.
yeah. Well, true, but I I'm saying that I felt that there there's something off about him. So I never really jumped onto his bandwagon
Definitely
cuz
something off.
you know how I am about energy and yeah, that's not good energy. But anyway, but okay, but talking about influencing though, his show um according to little um the little documentary that was on it that regarding him and his practices are not they're not positive. He is not of a he's not coming from a positive spiritual light, which is why I brought that up because you were saying that if I'm understanding correctly, the therapist that you were talking about, even though she had addressed um the demonic, she was coming from a positive um light and bringing and bringing the information to make people aware of the information
Yeah.
if that is what
Somebody.
I was understanding.
What I I don't want to say too much right now because I actually want to do a whole show on that as well as some others.
Okay,
Cause
so is that going to be your topic then?
is that my is am I next month?
Yeah.
There we go then.
Okay.
The title of this show is Two Things Can Be True at the Same Time. When
Okay.
two things can be true at the same time.
Okay, so send that to me.
I will.
Text it to me because I'll forget, and then I'll do other research and stuff on it. So, but thank you, Auntie Marva, for this topic. And yeah, I really learned a lot, although I did not think of us as a content creator. I would not have put us under that umbrella, but after speaking with you and doing it, yeah, you're right, we would fall under that
We are
umbrella. Yeah,
content
we're
creators, right?
content creators.
Go us.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, with our tiny little listeners that we love so much. I just love and I love every time when I go on, because whenever I go in to post the audio version, I always look to see which shows um are down have been downloaded, because it always tells me, oh, you have these many downloads this week. And so I look and see which shows was downloaded that week. And and then I look to see where our listeners are, because I want to um it just makes me happy that you know we have a reach outside of the US.
Hmm.
So yeah, and I just get excited to see, wow, we have an international reach, yay.
You know why
So
that's special to me?
why?
Because we share I mean, we have different perspectives
Yes.
because of our cultures. So although we have so many cultures in the United States, there is a general culture here. And then
Right.
other people, how they see themselves is different than Americans, right? So each
Right.
country has their thing. So to say that we have people in other places with their own perspectives, but we connect with them on a person to person level,
Mhm.
that's what makes it special for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very special.
Really
And
appreciate you guys listening.
yeah, I really do. And I'm just like, and I always text you guys, and I'm like, "Hey, we got a new listener and this is where they are."
Right.
So, but yeah. But yeah, so we really do appreciate all of you who take the time out of your day to hang out with us, and our serious and not so seriousness. So let's move on to our segment. So for love and connections, building better relationships, this month we are going to compromise and make goals. I am sad. You know why I'm sad?
Why?
Because love and connections is almost over. We don't have many more. And so I have been wondering what to do after it, because we've had the journey to self love, and we have loving connections for our partners, and then we have I see you, I hear you, for our parent and child relationships. And it's like, okay, so what else can I do, to help us heal? Because, I'm all about healing and self improvement. And so um I was watching Simone, who is another content creator that I watch, and she and hers is about financial stuff, you know. And um and I was watching, her videos, and it's all about people who got themselves in debt, um or trying to get out of debt. It's stuff like that. And it got me thinking about finances, and our relationship with finances. And so I was thinking that my next segment, I was thinking that it would be around financial healing, because when we think of finances, it's just black and white, you know, but there are traumas around finances.
Definitely.
And so I was thinking um about doing um something about how to heal from finances.
That would be a very good one, I think, because that has been at the top of the list for relationships ending or finding themselves in trouble since I can remember.
Right. Right. So I just need to come up with a good title for it. And so, yeah. Oh, and we just lost Auntie Marva just when we were getting into
She, I saw a message flash real fast. It said that one of her clients came online.
oh, okay,
She
just
had
as
to drop off.
oh, okay.
What about finances in love or money in love? Not
Mm,
and love, but in. I don't know.
mm,
Think
but
on
that
it. That's
doesn't
just what
that
comes to mind.
yeah, it doesn't. I mean, that's a good title. I like it, but it doesn't feel healing to me.
Hmm.
So I want it to be around that healing aspect. I
Hmm.
I'll put that on the list. I'm not dismissing it. I'll put it on the list if I don't come up
It
with
doesn't
something.
sound healing. I can already agree with you. I wasn't thinking about
Yeah,
the healing. I was just thinking about the love, actually.
yeah, no,
But
no,
yeah,
because
I like the healing focus.
yeah, I wanted to be focused on healing. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, since we lost Auntie Marva, and she does career corner, I will have her email us or email me her list, and then I will put it in the audio version of the podcast. So Auntie Janisha, you're up with what were they thinking?
Okay, this is very personal. They probably all are personal if I go back and listen. But so I am, some of you know that I'm a courier now. I don't do the truck driving anymore. I'm in a much smaller vehicle, but I'm still out and about OTR, over the road. Um, and I am babysitting a big rig, such as which I used to drive. The driver had to go away and they didn't want to leave the load unsecured. So I've been sitting here all weekend. Initially, it was supposed to be for 24 hours flat. I gave them my fee. We agreed. Everybody's happy. They came back and told me that they needed me until Monday morning. Now, my initial assignment was supposed to end on yesterday at 7 p.m. So Saturday at 7. So now we're going a whole nother day, Sunday to 7, and then to Monday, 7 a.m. So that's a whole nother day and a half. Do you know them people tried to charge? I mean, tried to offer me. Well, it would have been charging me really the way I see it. $100 for what is that? 24, 36 hours of my time.
Hey, if they can get away with it, they
If
will.
they could have, if
It's
they
like,
could have.
right. It's like,
Anyway, I don't.
wow. But
Yeah,
did
what were they
you,
thinking?
yeah, did you renegotiate your rate?
No, I said what I said one time, and I sat there looking at my phone because I'm not gonna go. My mom even asked me. I would have said this. I would have. No, no. One thing that I don't do anymore at 52 is go back and forth with folks.
Oh
Mm-mm.
no, we going back and
I'm
forth.
I'm truly embracing um forgiving. I don't fully understand it, the whole reason why I need to forgive a fool for being a fool, but I don't think that's right. I shouldn't even refer to people as fools. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Calm down, spirit, because these people, what were they thinking? But yeah, I'm practicing forgiveness, letting go, moving on. But that means ain't no going back and forth.
See that.
Mm-mm.
So when I had my mobile notary business, you know, they would call me, a signing company would call me and ask me my rate.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would tell them my rate to go to this location. And then they say, "Oh, that's too much. Can you do it for this amount?" And I'm like, "No, you asked my rate. I told you my rate. I'm not renegotiating. Why did you ask me what my rate was if you were just
Exactly.
going to renegotiate it? You should have just said, "Oh, could you do it for X, Y, and Z?" And I would say yay or nay.
Mm-hmm.
And if the answer is nay, then I would tell you what I would do it for. And then they come back with, "Well, but we're only getting X, Y, and Z for it." I'm like, "Well, it sounds like you lowballed your rate.
Right.
So
You should have done what I'm doing with you right
why do I
now
have to lowball my rate because you lowballed? That's not
to
my issue.
compensate.
That's
Right.
your issue." Yeah. "Well, okay, we'll give it to you at your rate, even though we're not gonna make any money off of it." I'm like, like I can't see what the rates are in the documents. I wasn't born yesterday. I know how much you're getting for it. Because as soon as I print the documents, it's listed in the financials.
Mm-hmm. And
See,
like you
they
said, they'll do what you allow them to do.
Yeah, see, they forget I used to be a bookkeeper, so I understand numbers.
Yeah.
I understand financial numbers. Now, trying to say what X is, yeah, no, I'm not with you on that one. Okay, so, but yeah, really feel that you should go back and renegotiate your rate, but
No, 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 no. I should not. I told you I sat there looking at my phone simply because I gave them my rate and that was all I was going to do. They
right.
came back and said that they were going to go with my rate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because what happened is I told him 1 second while I even thought about it. And what I already knew my rate. I didn't need to
Yeah.
think about that. What I need to think about was whether I want to actually stay here for that long. That
Oh,
was it. Um, and so when I said 1 second, that means don't make a move because you actually work for me. Don't make a move until I tell you what it is that I'm thinking because I had not said any number yet. So
right.
he hit me up or she, I'm not even sure. This is through text messaging, which I do appreciate. It took me a moment to embrace this. We were just talking about the technology and embracing things, right?
Mhm.
I didn't appreciate it before, but it does keep things in writing, so someone can't say, "But I said this or that." It's
R-
right there, and I
Right.
keep all of these conversations
Right.
archived.
Yeah, you keep your receipts.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we can't say something else was said that was not. I'm not. No. Mm-mm.
Right. So for I see you, I hear you, parents. We are grabbing our childrens and our calendars, and we are blocking off an hour for each of our childrens to spend our 1 hour activity doing whatever we want. And Auntie Janisha, back to you for Auntie's bookshelf.
Auntie's bookshelf. So I've only had this book for about a week, so I'm not done reading it yet. It,
Okay.
I know some of y'all are super readers, and great for you, but that's not how I do. And it's not even a very long book either, so I probably could have been done, but I've been busy too. It's only
Mm,
150 pages, and that's with all of the intros and outros and about the authors and all the things. So yeah, I could probably finish this book in one day, but I'm not. However, this book is really helpful. The part that I have read,
hmm.
the author is Marche Hanner, and the title is Dehydrated in the Spirit. And I ordered this book because I have really been going back visiting some of the concepts about the Most High God that I was taught young and that I've seen played out through people and different things that I've heard and whatever. Um, I'm not clear on there being a trinity, but I do acknowledge there are three parts, if you
Right.
will. I just don't necessarily subscribe to them being one at the end of the day, except in purpose and thoughts, right? If you can
Right.
understand that. Like me, you, and Auntie Marva. We're not one being. We share a purpose and a thought with this show. Okay.
Right.
So, two of them I understand. Two of them I fully get it as much as you can. Because there's so many mysteries. That's a whole nother show too. But
Right.
the Holy Spirit, I wasn't really taught about. Um, that one was a big mystery to me. Um, it's like the Holy Spirit is not talked about as much as like Jesus's life or referred to like the Most High God or any of those things. But it is clearly a whole nother something that's powerful. I think we miss as a culture here in the West, at least, we misuse it because every time I have seen it interacted with, basically, is just folks are shouting or maybe speaking in tongues or, not. My whole thing is not fully using everything that it's here for. And in the
Right.
Bible, I do remember that Jesus said, I'm going away, but I'm going to send you a comforter. And that was the Holy Spirit. So
Mm-hmm.
I've just become curious and want to know more about the Holy Spirit, the function, um, and stop ignoring that I got this thing or that it's available to me, even if I don't have it yet, or, all of the things that is to be respected as a
Right.
part of the three, not just the afterthought or something to shout to or any of those things,
Right.
right? So this book was suggested by somebody, one of the ministries that I follow online, and I really appreciate it. Dehydrated in the Spirit, and it's a comprehensive guide for understanding Holy Spirit. And again, the author is Marche Hanner. So
Okay. Don't forget
that's
to
where I am.
don't forget to send that to me
I
so I
certainly will
can
do it
put it
right now.
so I can add the link. Yeah.
Mhm.
So um our other one, our last one is Black Inventors. And so this one is George Crumb, 1824 to 1914. Crumb a chef and restaurateur, is said to have unintentionally created the potato chip during the summer of 1853. They were made in response to a customer who sent back their fried potatoes after complaining they were too thick. The crisps were an instant hit, and though Crumb never patented the creations, chips are arguably now one of the world's favorite snacks. So,
Yes,
shout
they
out
help.
to George Crumb for inventing the world's favorite snack, and
How? I'm
and
sorry,
how
go ahead.
and why I am a chipaholic to this day.
Yes, and how did he get such the perfect last name to go with his invention? I
Right?
love it. Man, I will mess
Right?
up some plain Lay's chips. Do you hear me? Oh
Yes.
my
So
gosh.
he's the reason why I have to go to CA, Chips Anonymous. I need to have to start an online Chips Anonymous group for my chips addiction.
Speaking of, so right now I'm back on keto and I've been doing really, really well.
Okay.
But speaking of, I try remember that recipe that I asked y'all if y'all like the cottage cheese and they had the cottage cheese
Yuck.
chips. I
Mm,
tried it. It was totally stuck to the paper, so it didn't come out right.
mm-mm.
I'm pretty sure I did something wrong, or the people
Yeah.
online just be
Yeah,
online.
you know what you did wrong? You bought cottage cheese.
I knew you were gonna
That's
say
where
that,
you made your first mistake.
but I wanted some chips. I wanted
Get
some chips.
get zucchini and make zucchini
But I don't
chips.
want the taste of no zucchini chip.
Ugh,
That ain't the
then
same.
neither is cottage
But you
cheese.
know what I did see today, right? And I've seen
Right.
this before, but I wasn't on keto, so it didn't really stick as far as the chip. The piece of broccoli that you put a little oil down, a little circle of oil, then you put
Mhm.
the broccoli florette down, and then you smash it with the glass, and then you sprinkle cheese on it, and you do that on maybe a cookie sheet or whatever, like cookies. You have a whole bunch of them, stick them in the oven, and it comes out. You peel it off, and it's crispy like a chip. I
Mm,
think I can do that. I can do that one. And I love me some broccoli, and boy, do I love me some cheese.
mhm.
So I'm gonna try
Yeah.
that.
I told you to find Miss Tabitha's YouTube channel. I sent you her link because I mean she's vegan,
Hmm.
but she has really good recipes on her channel that you could use although you're not vegan, but it's
Right.
still
As long as they
yeah.
are as close to zero carbs as possible, we're good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know a lot of vegans they use there's a lot of carbs involved.
Right.
So
But you can um take that and what you can and just substitute it for what you know to make it what you need it to be, I guess. I did There was a YouTuber that I was following that that did keto, and but I don't see her videos anymore. I don't think she's making videos anymore because I am subscribed to her channel, but she hasn't come up on my list in a long time. So I don't know if she's still making videos or not. But she had some really good recipes and good substitutions. And then she also did like shopping trips, what to
hmm.
buy when you're on keto and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
I'm this is my first time being successful again. I don't know what the difference is. Um, but I've done keto before successfully, and then I just got off. And I know what made me get off. It was following people after I had my regimen all down. I was happy. I was flowing. I wasn't getting bored with my stuff because I eat a variety of vegetables, so it was no big deal. I'm good. But I started doing all of these, oh, try this and you try this and put all this in your coffee and all this stuff. And it inched my cravings for sweeteners back up.
Mm.
So for the longest time, I've not been able to get back on it, but I'm here again. I'm here again. And
Mm.
yeah, I feel good.
That's good. I
Yeah.
tried it. It was too restrictive to me. And when I changed my eating plan, I was very restrictive with
Hmm.
my eating plan. That was more restrictive than I was. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm going to survive."
What
I
was
would have
restrictive about it?
I
The
would I would
pasta
have
and the rice thing?
no. No. I was okay. I was okay with that because by then I was doing cauliflower rice and broccoli rice.
Hmm.
So no, it wasn't that. It was the cuz I'm a big fruit person, and
Hmm.
to just limit me to berries, no.
Oh
Cuz if
yeah,
my body is craving something, I'm not going to deny my body of that because it's craving it for a reason,
yeah,
you know. And so and so when I was on it, all I wanted was an orange. All I was like every day
yeah,
it was like, oh, an orange. I want an
yeah.
orange.
See, ask me and potatoes and the chips.
Yeah, no, I
But
was
I pulled back and I'm good. I'm good.
yeah, yeah, no, I was okay with that part of it, because I work really hard at keeping my A1C down. I don't eat a lot of carbs to begin with.
Hmm.
So giving up that wasn't hard.
Hmm.
Um yeah, but no, it was the fruit that was for me. And and the meat um because before I before I did the keto, um I I was in that um vegetarian stage,
Hmm.
and I wish that when I did it, I knew about the videos, because I think if I knew about the videos and was following the videos, I probably to this day would still be in that vegan vegetarian stage. It's just that I'm not I I just found that I was eating the same things over and over. I didn't have much variety
Hmm.
when I was in that
Oh
stage.
yeah, because you don't eat a lot of meat.
No.
I guess that's why there's the variety for me because I
Yeah,
do eat all of the different meats. And
yeah.
you especially don't eat some of the um, pork parts that I eat. I'll just say that. And they have the most fat, which is excellent for keto. And
Mm.
then I don't have high cholesterol or any of those things.
Yeah,
So
which
my body can handle the fat intake.
yes,
Yeah.
which I don't either, because I work really hard to keep my cholesterol and my A1C. I work very hard to keep to be healthy.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I get
so
it now.
yeah. And so it was it was just very, yeah, it was very restrictive. And every, and I wrestle with going back to the vegan vegetarian um lifestyle. I think about going back to it, but I wasn't like 100% like vegan vegetarian because I still have fish. I'm like I could give up meat, but I can't give up fish. Fish is
Hmm.
like I
You
have to
know,
have.
my the biggest thing I really thought that this time the chips and potatoes would be the thing that I miss, and pasta. I have a
Mhm.
whole new love for pasta, and it was happening right as I'm just backing up from it. Right,
Right.
I absolutely love green smoothies. Love them. That's
Mm.
spinach, kale, ginger. What else? I can't think of all the stuff, but anything mostly green. My
Right.
sweetener is pineapple.
Oh, okay.
That's why I can't have my green smoothie because I need that little
Oh,
bit of sugar. And sometimes it's very sweet. Pineapples tend to go from one extreme to the other sometimes if you don't
yeah.
pick it right and pluck that middle leaf out.
Right. Could
And
you could
that's the one thing that I actually do miss that I struggle with.
mm, so could you use, I mean, I know it's not pineapple, but could you use monk fruit?
I don't like the taste of that nor stevia.
Oh, oh, see, I
And that's what
because
messed me up last time because it was like I don't like it. Now I need to have the taste that I like. That's how my mind works.
gotcha, gotcha. I didn't want the stevia, but I did do the monk fruit.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I don't like sweet things.
Hmm.
And so like even when I have my tea, I just have tea. And every once in a while I'll put milk in it, but
Hmm.
I just have just plain tea.
Hmm.
It doesn't need anything else.
Yeah, I'll do that too. But with my smoothies, I love them the way that I do it. I literally crave them, and um, I just know not to bother them. Even with putting the blueberries, the berries in,
Yeah.
I don't want that because it doesn't turn it. It's not green anymore. It's some ugly, weird color. And I
Yeah.
love color. I love pretty things. So I'm not gonna enjoy it. I know I'm being, away, but
No.
it's what I want. Even like, when I'm eating, let's say I'm craving pizza
Yeah.
and I have this taste in my mind because that's why I'm craving it, right? If there's
Right.
a specific taste that I'm remembering.
Right.
If I get some pizza and I know where to get it from and it doesn't taste right, I would
Mhm.
literally buy that pizza every few days until I can get that taste or break me
Mm.
or tell myself, you know what, please stop doing this because I
Right.
will keep on like a drug addict until I get that taste. It's just I don't know. And that's
Right.
why that's why I fell off of the keto wagon before because I was tasting all the fake sugars and trying these things, and it was
Mhm.
like, those are yucky. Let me just use a little bit of the real sugar because I
Right.
woke my senses back up for something sweet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not a sweet person.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I haven't been even when I was a kid, when I would make Kool-Aid, I would just put in a quarter cup because a cup was way too sweet.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so my cousins would be like, "Ew, what is this?" I'm like, "It's Kool-Aid." They're like, "No." And then they make it, I'm like, "No, that's way too sweet."
Yeah, and why is
So
it crunchy?
so we have two, yeah, so we have two pictures at my grandmother's house when she had both of us, He would have his picture of Kool-Aid. I have my picture of Kool-Aid.
I was the first time I did keto, when I first started reading about it, I thought I would do really well with it because I've never been a sugar person like that either. I was
Hmm.
always the kid that, you know, give me some chips, some popcorn, those
Right.
things. It was always salt for me, and my body craves salt. I've
Yes.
always been fussed at. You're gonna get high blood pressure, but I actually have low blood pressure. I will mine tanks before it spikes,
Yeah.
and so I've come to understand the craving for salts to raise me. And
Yeah.
then that sodium and salt are two different things. Whole nother conversation. But
Right.
with the keto, because I didn't think that I liked sugar so much, it showed me where I actually did. I was addicted, just like many other people, to
Mm.
sugar. And then again, how many things actually have sugar in it that you would never imagine. And then the carbs, and that they all turn into sugar in the body. Like, I learned the whole science of the thing, and it helped me in that way as well,
Yeah.
to understand why, um, back off from some of these things, if not cut them out entirely, at least for a time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just been a really cool learning process. Like I said,
Yeah.
I like it now. Are we still recording?
Yes, I was gonna
Because,
say, yeah, I
okay.
was gonna say we're not gonna get to open topics because we got
Well,
on a
that was
bad,
just the open topic. We can we can
right? Yeah,
we
that
can
was,
claim that as
yeah,
the open topic.
yeah, we'll claim that as the open topic. But yeah, I was
Somebody
just,
needs to hear that.
yeah, but I was just getting ready to say, okay, we are coming in to the end of the show of the episode.
I'm
And
out here.
so,
We were walking. I'm walking around and around my van. Oh, this is a piece of trivia for somebody, right?
okay.
So around a semi truck with the trailer. This is a 53 footer, and the regular size tractor connected. 33 times around that is 1 mile. So I used to walk that like
Oh,
15 times around one way, or 16, and then I would go the other way, just because it was hard on my ankle when I bend that corner four
yeah,
times
yeah.
on my left side. Then I started doing about half one way and then half the other, going backwards. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so now I do it around my cargo van because that's what I drive these days. I
Right.
don't know how many times around is a mile, but I say that I just thought about it because I'm out walking.
Mm, gotcha. Gotcha. Well, everyone, thanks again for tuning in. And as always, we love and appreciate you coming back every month and supporting us. And if you like the show, please share the show and help us grow our numbers so we can reach even more people to get our message out. We would really appreciate it.
Really, really, really.
And on that note, we will see you all next month. As usual, be happy, be safe, and healthy. And
Peace,
until next month, Auntie Listen out.
peace, peace, and ciao, babies.